Hey, everybody. I pray that you guys are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, great night. Whenever this video might find you, I pray it find you all as well. So I want to give you this quick encouraging word before I go to bed tonight. And I look like I'm sleeping on. I am sleeping. But you know what? I had just asked this question. I said, Lord, will I ever get to where you want me? Will I ever arrive to that place where you have destined on my life? And so, I had started washing my hand. And then God reminded me what I read today in the book of Exodus 13, chapter 13. So just read chapter 13. It's pretty cool. And so God was, just reminding me that, with the children of Israel, the Israelites, when he was leading them out of Egypt, that God said, he in the Bible it says that he had brought them into a place where they could have went through the land where the Philistines were. But God said, that was the nearest place, for them. But God said, nope, I'm not going to lead them to I'm taking them somewhere, but I'm not going to allow them to go through this near place. I'm going to allow them to go all the way around. And so, God was just reminding me of that. Everything that he does, he orchestrates. Everything that he said and it's all orchestrated by God. And he has a reason for why he do what he do. And he was saying the reason why he didn't allow them to go, that close, that near, which was a near travel. He said because they would have been afraid and they would say, well, I'm going to turn back, go back to Egypt because we're not finna, walk up against the Philistines. So, they would have gotten afraid. And so one thing about God, God knows our heart. He knows our intentions. He knows everything that we're going to do. And so it made me just think about, when we take them journeys, like we don't never want to go the long way. We don't never want to take the journey, go through the process. We just want it real quick and easy. But it's way in the process is when you begin to get cultivated. You get to get strengthened and knowing who God is. Because think about it. Once you just go through that one little obstacle, you're going to have many more to go through. And when he reminded me of that, it gave me life again. It made me just appreciate the stuff that I went through from the age 8 even to now. And it made me appreciate like this has been a long journey. And I know that I'm going to get where God where he wants me, because I am declaring that I shall live and not die and declare the work of the Lord. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. And so I just want to just encourage you that you might be somebody, you might be feeling down and out. You might be feeling sad, like, is this business going to ever take off? Will I ever get married? Will I ever have children? Just whatever the whatever is. I want to let you know, even though it seems like it can happen overnight, it can. But sometimes, God saved the best for last. And when it comes to God's people, it's all about timing. And the timing is that, are you ready to handle it? It's all about preparation. I've heard this song that say he's preparing me. And, the things that we're going through, and if we take it and just put it in the basket, store it where it needs to be, that thing that we store, we are going to need that again. Trust me. Even when you get to where God wants you, you're going to need everything that you picked up along the way. So when you think about the Wizard of Oz, I like to think about the Wizard of Oz. That on this journey, that Dorothy, she needed the lion. The lion thought he didn't have any courage. The Tin Man thought he didn't have a heart. The Scarecrow thought he didn't have a brain. But along the way, everything that they needed was already in them. But it wasn't until they got to the wizard where they thought the wizard was going to be the one to help them out. But it wasn't until they got to the wizard that they realized that it was already in them. The lion had the courage to walk with them. The Scarecrow had the brain to think about things. And the Tin Man had to have the heart to, go with them. And so when they all got there and Dorothy realized, like, what I needed was already on my feet. All I do was just clap my heels, and she was going to get to the place where she needed to be. And so the thing is what's so amazing about the journey of God. Like I said, we're going to pick up things along the way. But it was the journey that they had to go through. They had to go through, they develop a friendship. They develop a heart, a brain, and a courage for one another. It was just so much. So I just want to encourage you, though it seems like the journey is long, though it seems like it's not going to happen, I want to encourage you. Don't give up. Don't give out. You know, God can make it happen overnight. But if you do that, you might mess it up. You know, you might go back into that place that he don't want you to. You might go back to that person that he don't want you to go back to. You know, we don't know. God knows. He knows everything. So though it tarry, wait on it. Trust God. Trust God for what you need in your provision in your life. And it's easy said and done. But I can tell you that the journey, what I'm going through, I can ask for help or, you know, whatever. But I'm trusting in God. Psalm 23. He said he's my shepherd and I shall not want. And so when things don't happen the way that I think they should, you know, hey, I'm standing on Psalm 23. And I'm going to keep my joy no matter what. I'm going to keep my joy. I'm going to keep my joy. So I want to encourage you to keep your joy as well. And while you go around in the wilderness, pick up your things along the way and store it because you're going to need it for your future. And you're going to need it for somebody else. So y'all have a blessed day. I pray that this word has encouraged you somehow, some way. You know. All right then. So have a good night. Bye.